party, once defined by its iron discipline and mass mobilization, is now grappling with a fracture that its own deputy chair once could cost it everything ahead of the 2027 general election. The division rattling the Orange Democratic Movement did not materialize overnight. Following the death of a founding party leader, Raila Odinga, in October 2025, ODM entered a period of open and escalating turbulence as senior figures began pulling in sharply different directions over the party's political future and strategic direction. Without Raila's unifying authority, competing vision for the party's alliance and identity began surfacing publicly, exposing long-suppressed fault lines that had previously begun managed through his personal influence and steady hands. On Friday, January 2nd, 2026, Rarieda MP and ODM Deputy Chairman Otiende Amollo addressed supporters at Mahaya Vocational Training Center in his constituency along Energy Cabinet Secretary Opiyo Wandayi and Bondo MP Gideon Ojanda. Otiende affirmed that ODM would continue to honor the broad-based government arrangement initiated by Raila, but emphasized that remaining in that arrangement did not prevent the party from entering a fresh and fully negotiated pre-election coalition agreement ahead of the 2027. He called for earlier and structured negotiation to build a strong, unified political movement before the 2027 polls. On Monday, January 5th, 2026, Otiende led a group of ODM lawmakers, including Suba North MP Millie Odhiambo, Nyatike MP Tom Odegi, Dhiwa MP Martin Owino, and Homa Bay Senator Moses Kajwang, in issuing a joint statement dismissing reports that a secret meeting had been convened to remove Edwin Sifuna from office. The lawmakers described the public's part as a self-cannibalization and call on all leaders to resolve their differences through the party's official organs rather than through damaging open confrontation in the media. On Monday, January 12th, 2026, the ODM Central Management Committee convened at the Bingo Ridge Cold Resort in Cliffy, chaired by party leader Oburu Ogingang. The committee resolved to immediately initiate a structured negotiation with other political formations, beginning with the President William Ruto's United Democratic Alliance. Notably, Secretary General Edwin Sifuna, Senators Godfrey Osotsi, Oduor Ongwen, and Ledama Ariko were absent as Ruth Odinga, member identified as a faction questioning ODM continued participation in the broad-based government arrangement and openly pushing for the party to exit government roles ahead of the 2027. On the same date, Otiende clarified publicly that he had not boycotted the Central Committee session, noting that as a deputy chairman, he was not a member of the third particular committee and therefore could not legitimately be accused of skipping its meeting. He added that he had no knowledge of any plans to remove Sifuna and urged members to stop amplifying internal dispute through the media. On Wednesday, January 14th, 2026, Otiende Amollo dismissed a widely shared social media post that falsely attributed a statement to him suggesting the Luo community would back Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka in 2027, calling it a deliberate propaganda. He separately dismissed claims of gubernatorial ambition, confirming after consultation with Rarieda residents that he would defend his parliamentary seat for the third term. Siaya Governor James Orengo also weighed in the coalition debate, warning that any ODM partnership with President Ruto would reduce the party to a regional outfit and strip off its hard-earned political appeal. ODM party leader Oburu Oginga addressed supporters in Kakamega County, where he set a firm condition for coalition negotiation with UDA. He stated that ODM, as Kenya's largest party, must secure equitable power sharing in any government, describing the current broad-based arrangement as a temporary framework rather than a permanent settlement. Suna East MP Junaid Mohammed backed Hoburu's position, asserting that ODM was not a pressured group but a party built to capture and share power, and warned UDA to keep off ODM strongholds in any zoning arrangement. On Sunday, February 15, 2026, Otiende Amollo spoke before supporters in his Ravieda constituency, reaffirming his loyalty to ODM while openly acknowledging that the party was visibly split into two distinct camps. One faction was actively working to unseat President William Ruto, while the other faction was openly backing his re-election bid ahead of the 2027. Otiende warned that the sustained infighting was steadily weakening ODM's collective bargaining position at a critical and irreplaceable moment in pre-election politics. He stressed that any alliance commitment must be precedent by formal, written, and duly signed agreement, pointing to the collapse of Ruto's Gachagua partnership as a direct warning of what happens when political arrangements are left unwritten and unforeseeable. He rejected calls to forcibly expel dissenting voices, noting that ODM's founder had always championed inclusivity within the party.